Okay, are we live? I think we're live.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Hello everybody.
Oh boy.
If you're there or not, random chance.
Yep.
Welcome back to some more Danganronpa. Pretty sure
Yay.
about that, but you already know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, um, so we're gonna go for the full completion thing of this, as I stated, because I'm doing this in one take. Or we're doing this in one take, to be more
Right.
precise.
Right. We're just binging this game until it's done because we played it long enough. It's about to
It's
become
been
30 episodes.
It's been a year, and we're streaming it.
Yeah. No, this is taking too long, so we're just gonna binge it. All right, here we go.
But
A dream inside a
GBT,
hopeless nightmare. We're just gonna focus on it. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell! It was a vast dark cavern with a barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. What gave it away? A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. I was going to be stuck there until I wasted away and died. No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Is it talking about alter ego?
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. Time to start scrounging.
I guess we're scavengers now.
Yep. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or kicked it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, I'm not getting out of here. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. It's like I'm blocked on all sides. And that isn't still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive! As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... give up. Go to sleep! Oh, crazy. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day have gone past, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was
I'll
waiting for
never
some
give
kind of
up.
sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky was not a sign, not exactly. Well,
Good.
grunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from above. What could it have been? A person. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was and it tumbled down here.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
Well, if it isn't a person who nearly got us killed.
Uh-huh. And also it's a cup. Anyway. Okay, anyway. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So-
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that,
Really?
Kyoko. Also, you
I
have a
thought you
cup of
were
noodles
trying
in
to
your
do-
hair.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to do some sort of fashion style, making out of garbage. People sometimes make art from garbage, or people use designer clothes based off garbage things, sculptures sometimes.
I don't.
And then you haven't seen the Iron Giant.
Ah. I have not. Yeah, you got a bit of garbage in your hair. Oh. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake and get rid of the trash, then faced me
Hey.
again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We'll talk once you're finished. Oh, thank you. I'm starving. I've been here for 3 days. Snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way towards my stomach.
Cookie Monster! Or should I say Bread and Water Monster? Render!
Really hit the spot. Now I got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep moving forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay. I don't know why my mouse was over there. There we go. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me? To pay a debt. Or to atone. Atone?
You.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I
abandoned you. Don't say that you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. That's very true. You're trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However.
Very true. But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive. A reason? Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I had to survive
In other
is
words.
so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind.
Oh god, more lore.
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Oh, it's the reason! You guys have a reason to come into Hope's Peak? That's right. At least I did once. Once? It's a reason I forgot what it was. You forgot?
Oh my gosh, would you please stop doing that?
I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible!
Amnesia. Oh, by the way, sorry for Wes going fast. We're just trying to get through this.
Yep. Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? You remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we got to the school? First thing? You were talking about when we... You were talking about when we fainted, right? I was talking about when we fainted. I fainted and then I woke up and I was trapped
That's
here.
right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem.
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why to come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But why did it make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It all seems too convenient. Alright, saying they lost her memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive they was a work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's one reason I could come up with. Because of my purpose, my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However.
And it could also mean somehow my memories are maybe connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. Well, if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
And if I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make too
And
much of a deal
plus,
out of it.
all
It's just a
other friends
possibility.
tried to kill us, so you know, and
Right. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? One of the mastermind, one of us. One of us. One of... If she believed that, of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it doesn't make sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However.
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you're the least likely to be the mastermind. It was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should
wow.
understand everything.
Why?
My goal
Why?
isn't to get out of here. It's
Huh?
to stay here.
What? is up with
What?
you, man? That's a contradiction.
It's like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
You okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I've never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just your personality. Anyway. I don't know why my mouse was over there. You said I had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. What's your purpose and your ability? Mention your ability. Ability. What everyone should have known me for. I am the ultimate detective. That should have been
I
obvious.
mean, that is obvious.
The ultimate detective. It was in the Kindergarten
Yeah.
Pursuit Academy. Was to find someone I had. There was someone I had to find here in the school.
Oh my
Someone
gosh,
had to
you're talking
find.
so fast, dude.
Who?
so
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster?
Yeah,
Why'd you want to find the
okay.
headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words.
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, I became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope Peak's
Father.
headmaster? Then that explains why Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I.
Find a way.
I.
No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what.
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I.
I remember I had to come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose of coming here was to find him. That makes sense!
However-
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what'd you see in there?
So.
Sorry for the hiccups. That food really hit the spot. The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers jumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I'd also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy.
And the bet, and the bet, and the bet, and the net, and the net. Da-da.
I found that
Sorry,
in
what is it?
Headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile. You're fine. Along with Mukuro's profile on the key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if it were there, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
You know, how many
That's when I
people
finally
worked
remembered.
here?
A lot. I remember that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So when you were in there and to see the headmaster, really did have a private room there.
However,
Once I got there, I
Must have been at
noticed that
least
the
50.
second floor dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment that I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than I've ever imagined. What do you mean? I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll...
I mean, we've
Yeah,
seen
soon
people kill
enough.
each other and have gruesome executions, so I wouldn't be surprised by that.
It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Let's keep moving. Don't know why my mouse is over there. Of course, once I got to the second floor dorms, there were no cameras or monitors. No doors or monitors? What was
Wait, no,
like the
you
part
already,
of the time?
I. So,
Alright, let's try it again.
however,
okay.
Which is why
Alright,
I
now
had
that
no
one.
idea what was going on in the rest of the building. What I
God,
do is
we're on a
look.
time limit here. Seriously, like legit, is this all really necessary? You can explain while we walk.
It has to do with Mikuru Kurosawa, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi then, so who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mikuru Kurosawa was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
Get me killed. I stole the key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. I mean, because
Yeah,
of the school
Monokuma,
regulations?
right.
Exactly.
Dude, Monokuma literally cut the thing off, so yeah. With minimal restrictions, you are free to your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind
Yeah,
couldn't
but
step
they
in
were-
because of the rules. They also broke the
I
rules.
don't believe that. They literally cheated.
Yep. And that makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing that I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Kurosawa. What's that? There was a point to where Mukuro may not have become the victim. There was a point where Mukuro may have not become the victim?
What's that even mean?
It could have been you, Makoto. Me? I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night?
I.
I can hear them, you know, the footsteps of the god of death. Well then,
What?
why didn't you use that in all the other murder cases?
Yeah, I know, right?
I can hear when the god of death as he moves. What a great ability! That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. And absolutely no one else. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave
You
chase
know,
right away
this
as I
could've
followed
been
it. I saw the
used-
shadow go into your room.
You know, this could have been very useful in the first and the second and the third, all the trials.
Right, that's what I said. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to, of course, whoever the Master Sailor was, they ended up dead, of course.
correct.
You know, especially you know how much she likes you now, Makoto. She was the one she actually spared you. Look at all the others. I'm pretty sure she heard them and she couldn't even say anything or do anything or didn't want to do anything.
What a
Think of
theory.
it like that.
Sure. It's definitely not plot armor. And their murder was disguised. The dojo key wound up in my room. And all I had was the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. The work of the mastermind? So this would all mean the Ericode Mukuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. That means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but that doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted us to use the class trial to try and kill you because they could interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a
See,
contradiction.
even Makoto admits that this whole plot is not making any sense at this point so far.
Yep. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but it seemed like ready to kill you in the room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other
It means that the
words,
mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. What? The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. I'm talking about it happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic human event in human history. A tragedy, whoever's responsible for that is the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose is motivation comes from despair. Then there, make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Despair! I'll never despair again.
Yeah, it's about dang time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow. Wait, what?
To be continued.
You received the Dream Island rocket present. Oh, I get it because like there was no execution like for real like that. They went with this. I get it.
Yep. The
they
ultimate
went with the
despair. A
first-
group of people caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people that are put together this killing game and broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Oh, but right now
Anyway,
we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Gilbert, do you still have that one thing? Kuma's secret to you got it from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. There's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never be a part of it. I would never part with it. They can open the door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on the door, right? Let's use it on the door. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key door to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. For chunkles. And then
Okay.
click.
Click.
Yes, it opened. Whee!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly open the door and manage to escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
So basically, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, but with all the ultimates in its Danganronpa.
Pretty much. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, look away, children. Children, look away. That's not. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh, that is really. You know, if this is if it was this situation, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down here. I'm just gonna die. I can't climb this. Look at how high this is.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about, but okay.
No, I know what you mean, but still, though,
Okay.
in a real life standard, I'd be like, who on earth would make it like this? Why is it like this? Someone
The
could
world will
literally fall
never.
down and die.
That's probably the point. The ladder wasn't possibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, you won't be able to. I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. Kyoko, is there something? There's something I wanted to ask you. You said you were the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So,
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Even my father was a detective, but he got killed. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty, as my family has always seen it that way. Then your family is famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't even heard of us. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, well, yes, we're detectives. We are
Right.
always underground. Ugh.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we
Are
stand.
we seriously having a conversation about this right now as we're literally climbing up this ladder? I'd rather be like saying, guys, can we focus, please?
He doesn't want to focus because it makes him nervous. He's gonna fall. He just said that, and to do
Oh
that,
my
we have
gosh.
to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. And also, I'm very one-sided on trying to take down the mastermind. A conscious effort.
It's true.
I'm very neutral, but also very, very, very centered on taking down the mastermind. It's kind of old-fashioned, but I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family's creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride, 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 pride.
Enough!
So that explains. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. Pride,
However-
pride. And yet,
Oh my gosh.
I gave up some
Plus,
of the pride.
the people who drew this knew what they were
I-
doing.
Oh, absolutely. This is 100% fan service.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like legit.
You think they do an upskirt shot on accident? I don't think so.
Yeah.
They drew the upskirt shot.
Like literally, you
Anyway.
can see the outlines. Just go.
Right. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I have to wait a minute. What outline? Moving on. I didn't know that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. I see. But the reason you gave up on that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because of that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You wouldn't have much to talk about?
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However-
There's something I want to say to him, though. What?
How long is this climb?
I.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So.
I want to sever all ties with him. What is going on?
I don't know. Like legit. You're dropping all these.
This
bombs
is
here.
so conflicting. I must see
I
my
know,
father at
right?
all costs so that I can tell him I'd never want to see him again.
Like,
I must
legit,
talk
I'm
to my
sorry.
father to tell him that I never want to
Like,
talk to him
legit,
again.
I'd be like this, Kyoko. I'm sorry that you're going through all these random emotions here, but I'm literally I'm just trying to focus. I know that this is serious, and I'm doing my best to take it, but like legit, this is a lot to take in. You're dropping a lot on me. I know, I understand, but please don't. Not now. Not here. Not on this ladder. Not on this moment where we're trying to go up against a murderous psychopath who's just keen on killing like many things in weird places. Please, right now.
Yep.
Not the time. Not the time.
Sever. The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in a line to
already
become
know
the
who
next
that
head of the
is.
Kirigiri family. He was talented and had a promising future.
However.
But he had no interest in detective work. So he'd cut himself from the family. And not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and had a huge argument, and I was young. And young as I was, he left me behind. Ugh. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in my family name, so every last part of me is
Oh.
happy they didn't take me with them. If I'd gone with them, I never had the chance to become a detective. I need to thank my father for leaving me.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
above Kyoko
Wow.
on the ladder, so I
Wow.
wasn't able to see her expression. so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. You also can't tell. What might she have been feeling? We're seeing something else right now. All I could tell was that compared to a user herself, she was more talkative.
Please, let
And more
us reach the
emotional.
top already.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live, and that's what everyone in my position might say, right? But it's
However-
not true. But there's one thing. There's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So,
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing, but
However-
when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by a father. That's how they see me even to this day.
I-
His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life.
know,
I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
You know what? I think she's only telling us all this just so that she can get it off her chest because she's really scared right now.
She's ranting hard. Or
Because she's ranting
inventing
very
and
hard
everything.
here at this
Yeah.
very moment, at this very time. And the only reason, like, part of the reason why I think she let Makoto go first is because she does not want him to see her like that.
Well, also
Like
the
her
obscure shot.
expression. Well, also the obscure shot, but also the expression on her face.
I don't think he'd be able to see that if she was looking
That
up
is
climbing
true.
a ladder anyway.
Yeah,
That's why I
you're
need
right.
to find him. Tell him we're no longer family. I need to find him so that I can leave him. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I've no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And we're connected. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear you say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. We just kept going up the ladder until we finally reached the top.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you!
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was. Oh my god. Oh come on. Okay, please. Open
There
the
it
door.
is.
Just get to the top, man. I need to get out of here.
This is it. On the other side of the store, Host Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Here goes nothing. Reach my right hand up and push against the hatch.
I can never do this. I can never do this type of thing. That'd be too terrifying for me.
The hatch opened with ease, and so here we are.
Oh my gosh, that was what was down in this hatch? Imagine if someone legit fell in accidentally through here. They'd be dead.
Yes, looks like we're back. I can't believe how
surprised
long
this
that ladder
wasn't,
was.
like,
I'm
a legit-
exhausted.
Like a way someone died in the game. Really a bit too easy. Jeez.
I can't say exactly we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now back to Hope Seek Academy. Yoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I'm returning the favor. Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
Anything you want to say?
like-
So now what do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might
Listen.
be worried. Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's talk about Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we find out. It's not like we can run away. She said that and pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than just stressing out over getting caught, we just give up now? Don't worry. I don't what you think is going to happen, is it? Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before, but what does it mean?
so
Mastermind is shit exposed during the investigation into the crew's death. There's a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was? If we can talk about to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And at least and it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help our negotiations. I'm still a little super uneasy about this. But what if we really don't have a choice, do we?
indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall
gym.
we go?
Let's get going. Time to go to the gym. You have the area? Yes.
Okay, to the gym. Huzzah. What is she like legit like?
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
Dude, you already know I'm alive.
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What would you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. Now I gotta punish you again! And this time I won't leave anything to chance! Kyoko! Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now.
If you execute Kodo, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you said the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to choose to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him instead. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must
Yeah,
have
you
realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego! You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth.
Is Kyoko Doctor Who right now?
Yes, Makoto didn't kill Mukuru, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto would certainly be a violation of your rules. Which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That is what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You saying that the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any.
What the heck is happening right
but with
now?
a little more time, I guarantee. Don't worry about it. But with a little bit more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's
something.
right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love so much to inspire.
however,
All right, we get it.
But if we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts,
what the heck?
and that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Yeah.
Hey,
Of course, you can. Hey, we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have
then
to
I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of
Oh my
yours?
gosh,
It's
are you
true.
serious?
To do Mukuru's trial all over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair
It's
trial.
time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would be a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuru's killer, the mastermind themselves. For what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
There.
Oh, I was just getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So it's time for bear jokes. What you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
It we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the reviewers, right? And it would make you and it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself.
Let's have one final grisly showdown. You agreed.
You know, you
We'll
gotta
have
admit, despite being evil, Monokuma is basically lawful evil.
No. Then we still have a shot at this.
For it.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys,
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries, that's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. You can do
I
that,
can
then
barely contain myself.
that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
So basically, you're saying, let's find another plot holes before this game really ends.
Oh yeah, that's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys,
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right?
Well, all of us?
I can barely contain my excitement. Yes, because the headmaster is the blackened.
Oh wait, so that means if they win, then we all die, like all
Yep.
of us. Okay.
Yep. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
Wait, you know, I
Or
just
as
realized something.
excited
Who
as
will
you
be
are.
the judge in this? Who will be the judge then? Right? Because the headmaster is the judge normally, right?
It's like the United States. The paper is the judge. Moving on.
Wow.
When we're that's what do you mean wow? That's not debatable. We're all under the Constitution.
No, I'm just like legit like I'm surprised it's come to this type of thing. I knew it was meta, but I never knew it'd be this meta.
Yeah. When we uncovered every
Like
last
I'm
truth.
just like continue.
Right. When we uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe that how this all turned out. Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial was no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I've told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And only the people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you get so quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I've got...
Great.
Alright. I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad?
Are you
He
so
seems
mad? It's only
emotionally
a game.
unstable.
Hey,
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going.
Where
You're really
am I
gonna let me
going?
go? I don't care anymore. You're gonna get all your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready a super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just okay. Now he's just repeating stuff. All right, bye. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Later. Why don't you just do? Why don't you just? Do you need a lozenge or something? What's the lozenge for a robot? Some sort of spark plugs or wiper fluid?
I don't know, dude. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym.
So why wouldn't you say he's lawful evil? I mean, like he's basically ruling over us but doing evil things, like a dictator.
Because he has so little rules.
Oh, wait, yeah, he does spread killing.
He only has
But
6.
I can't. Huh?
He only has 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
But I can't classify him as chaotic evil. I guess he's just neutral evil.
There you go. I'm gonna go use the restroom really quickly because man, I gotta go and it's taking me off my.
We'll be right back. Did you pause it? Wait, hold on. Did you pause it? I don't know if you paused it. Oh my gosh, just no. Wait, why did you do this today? Wait. I just realized something. Who would be neutral evil? Who would be lawful evil in this? Actually, you know what? I think that would probably be Byakuya. He did instigate a lot of stuff and put us in a lot of danger. But I already know who would be the perfect distinction for chaotic evil. I just need to wait for the right moment to call it out. And when it is, it will be perfect. Perfect indeed. Perfect for beyond all. Perfect before anyone can see them. I can't wait to say it. Like that. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. Oh man. And yes, this is a recording and y'all heard that. That was amazing. Oh man. Oh wow. Still though. How many students we had? 16 students? I can't. 1, 2. Well, technically 1, 2. Let's see.
Yeah.
3, 4. I'm trying to count, but we've only had 5 murderers out of 16 students, right?
Yeah.
And those 2 of those were unintentional murders, but still. It really says a lot about the morality of like a human being, of like how much it takes to kill someone. But yeah, I guess it makes sense with enough motivation. I mean, humans aren't all evil, but you know, we're not all good either.
Well, we're supposed to start. There's actually a whole psychology based off of that. We're all supposed to start off as all good, but then only through our nature is all good, but our nurture is typically not good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it can be seen with this. Heck, I mean, Mondo started up as a pretty decent guy, and then like through the time, it's just that his mental trauma and like all the, you know, pressure involving into that is what caused him to become a little evil.
Yep.
You know.
Overall, things turned out better than expected. I didn't die, I didn't get executed. Blah, 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 blah. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, what do you have to say about this?
Dude, you missed out while you were gone. Was this recording? Like while you were gone?
Yes.
I was beatboxing while doing this.
Nice.
I was just like, I didn't know what to do, so I was like, wait, there's a zip to line. I was just like, oh no, I guess I'll have to do my own thing then until he got. So I didn't like.
I'm sure the audience loved it. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't think we just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But I'm glad it worked out. I'm sure that if the enemy would, I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept. Huh? It's all because of that one moment, like, that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. Let their guard down? When was it that the mastermind let their guard down? I was there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? It said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcasters' cool life outside of this world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, it's the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, though one thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do
in
it.
other words,
But to think of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. The reason they had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world. The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense, but if those super regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
That's the mastermind's ultimate goal, is to make us kill each other. And to show that off to the world. But why?
You know, I actually thought about it while you were gone, and I gotta say, I guess if there was a lawful evil character in this game, it'd probably be Byakuya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him, because he's done some stuff that, you know, have, like, legit, you know, he's been playing by the rules, but in a more sinister way. I think of Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. This is a perfect example.
Yeah. To prove a point, most likely. To prove a point, the outside world has a name for the students of Ultimate Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talk about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and to try to prove that despair is better than hope. And the ultimate goal, that's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
True.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. The kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose of motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only purpose for making us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you. And yet, it's the same motivation that would lead the mastermind to revealing their weakness. What?
In other
Because their
words,
goal is to broadcast killing into the world. The mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulation. If the mastermind simply ignore their rules, this game wouldn't be a game, it'd be a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That's
Yeah,
precisely the
basically
reason.
be like a Saw movie, or like some sort of reference to a horror movie involving traps. Maybe Home Alone?
Maybe. No matter how much they might hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that they didn't have the right answer, then they made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't
It's
work.
true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to the failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion to prove that the world that despair is better than hope. They had to defeat us in perfect
In
form.
other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown that they had violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept the
However-
challenge? Well, it's only thanks to you we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. But in the end, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. We should have gotten the ultimate gambler. She let out a quick sigh. It was a sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed any uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. You're probably right. How pathetic of me. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We still have to win this time. Everything we go through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except win. But before we begin the battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway,
now we have to go find the
shall we
others.
go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere, so shall we go?
Yeah,
The dorms! What?
What do you mean Kyoko? Do you think she's lawful good or chaotic good? I'm just trying to think of them, like, if they were to rank them. I think she'd be more like a neutral, chaotic good. Kyoko, I mean.
What?
Just the thing is, like, you know, she's doing, like, these stuff that, like, you know, to help us get out of here. But in the end, she did lead to some moments where, like, it has costed, well, almost, it has costed us and nearly gotten us killed multiple times. Well, not multiple times, just, you know, that one occasion. Even she admitted it, so I wouldn't know how to rank it exactly.
In the dorms somewhere?
I guess she'd just be neutral good, right?
That's what she wants us to think.
Yeah, she's just neutral good. Makoto is lawful good, though.
Let's check the cafeteria.
I gotta give it to Makoto. He is lawful good.
No, he's very much chaotic good.
Really? Why would you say that?
Because he does. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know what he's doing. Let's start with that. And suddenly we're greeted with you again.
He's because
So 10321.255. Is he broken?
What?
I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limit. God measure to the third and fourth sum equals 61.
Maybe he's speaking codex.
Jeez, what the heck? Wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help, sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
Oh wait, I didn't talk to you. Okay.
We are talking.
Hey guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Oh, thanks.
See, this is why you're lawful.
Hold on. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I could help myself. I started to tear up. Oh my god!
What?
Wait. What's that smell?
What the heck?
What do you think, you idiot? I almost died and I ended in a trash can.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. You.
Oh, okay, good. All right. You mean that seriously?
You can't hear it anymore?
Yeah, I can't hear the game anymore. What the heck happened?
Teams? Hang on.
Oh, it's just like, oh, teams.
There you go.
Oh, there, I can hear it now. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Wait, shoot. What?
And in a flash, my tears dried up. I missed you guys. You smell. Aww.
Oh, really? No, in that case, why don't I give you a big hug? Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay.
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. Oh, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why you escaped? Do you realize why it is you escaped execution?
Like I was.
It was
I
alter
talking to my
ego.
sister, and
You saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can see that they had their life saved by a computer program.
Hmm.
I'm imagining it was a learning experience for you.
What? No, it was not. I just nearly died, you jerk.
So what have you been doing while I was gone?
Oh, sorry, that was me. Well, we figured out since the trial was over, we'd have to access new places again.
And?
No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we find new clues?
If you think and you run. Well, come here, Togo.
you.
Why don't I give you a really big hug, right? That's what
Sorry, I was
gonna
rolling
do.
around in garbage for a while.
The smell is so smelly. Oh, you super smelly.
Whoa, is she
Smelly, even
aroused
worse
by
than
us
me.
right now?
Way worse than me. I just got. Stop.
He is aroused by us right now.
I take back what I said. Forget the hug. I win.
You seem happy for some reason. Alright, Kyoko, you're the only normal person here. There's no time to budge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
Hmm.
This is you.
Is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's
I
true.
just said all this.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Tell us all! I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
That's trial.
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Wait, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Oh my gosh, dude.
No, I didn't do it like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Then
So
who
do-
is it? Dude, what the heck is going on with my... I'm lagging. Why am I lagging?
I don't know, Doug. What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind.
What? You're saying that the mastermind killed Mukuro? Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
That's right, and it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? Yeah.
They had no choice but to agree. He used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later.
So knowing all this, what do we know? What do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. Yep, or we all die.
But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every mystery?
Every last mystery.
But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
I mean,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
I hate you.
hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? Well, you guys are the ones who voted me to get killed, so this is just me bringing you down along to my level. Welcome to my world, Togo. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with the master.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
Anyway, at this point, there's only one way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tough rig in order.
Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We all know who our enemy is now. So if we all work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll be able to solve all these mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I've told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and only the people who take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Oh, what?
So, in other words,
That the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game.
Then the mastermind is
One of us. One of us. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16.
So the mastermind would have to be one of them. Or you mean one of us?
Right. And of the 16 people we started with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
what?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
One of us.
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. That mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility that we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. I mean...
But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious any time when Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand.
In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong.
bong.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we unlocked the true ending.
We unlocked the true. Okay.
So,
I
in the
get
name
it.
of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you
crap.
want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Zeus, is this the moment where we start looking around every room like with the chickens cut off our heads and start going through the dialogue as fast as possible with trying to figure out the contributing thing?
Yes, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. However, been active to lock all the rooms.
That's fine.
It's time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation, but I was planning to work alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name
At this point, I can only rely on myself for the top Gami blood and flowing in my veins. So much Gami. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you uphold your responsibility, and then... Or well then... I'd beg us to stay with Bianca left the dining hall. Get messed.
Yeah, master, he did it.
Hey.
Don't blame him. Without master, the rest of your life.
With that, Choco struck out of the dining hall.
I know that she's gone. You're gonna fly off yourself, right, Coco?
Indeed.
That's right.
With me, look at me here.
You know?
And I get to go by myself too. Come on.
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind.
Laughing loudly here, I left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna fly by themselves.
Dina, our first date. How about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing.
No!
But,
I mean, it's not just you know?
cause, I mean,
But until now, I really haven't been all that useful.
Agreed. Like, can we talk about that for a second? Like, oh my gosh, she almost got us all killed. Hina!
Yeah, she almost got us all killed. Like, still,
Hina!
that is a thing. But hey, man, it's just like Mondo. She was literally driven to like a point where she like was just losing it.
Hina! She was my favorite character besides Kyoko. And then she just had to ruin it, man.
It's not her fault, man. She was driven to insanity. All her friends were dying. How would you feel? I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless!
you
If you hadn't been
cannot
here, I would have died!
But I caught him. Really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been mostly totally useless. That's true. So I figure out at least that then maybe I can figure out something that'll help us get out of here. Well, not completely useless, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna be off and go. Let's alone. Okay, see you later.
You know what? Surprisingly, in high spirits, she dashed out of the dining hall, and once again, it's just how so. Indeed. Are you gonna go up on your own? Is there gonna go up on your too, right, Kyoko? But don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting us to cover up more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. It's half an endless list of things to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit some of the places we couldn't do before! Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. That means by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko is gone, leaving only me. I have no time to waste either. I have to do my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what we had to prove. To prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the skull! And then we can all escape together. Investigate next time on Zeus the Manly.
Investigate cute. It's the pizza time, Dean from Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower.
Oh wow! Wait! The music changed, man. It's rock music. It is kind of like Pizza Tower. This is from Pizza Tower.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, leave a like. And if you want to see more, and only if you want to see more, then subscribe today. And also leave a comment on what you want us to play, and we'll see you all next time.
Next episode, Dead is Gaming. It's in the title. Got the. It's the character. Okay, we're done. All right.
The M and N keys on my keyboard are switched.